and set me free. Come and set me free. Come and set me free, 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 free. Come and set me free. Give me all I need.
2954 Racing Prizes are brought to you by Southern Cross Alliance, Frontier Consolidated, The Red Legion, Sire Imperium, and Cloud Imperium Games. IDMA Crux prizes include first place C2 Hercules, second place F7CM Heartseekers, and third place Cutter Ramblers. AX2 prizes are first place SRVs, second place Heralds, and third place Hoverquads. AX3 prizes are first place Mercury Star Runners, second place Heralds, and third place Hoverquads. Icon prizes are first place 400 Eyes, second place Centurions, and third place STVs. Aurora prizes are first place Freelancer Maxes, second place Sulans, and third place Cutter Ramblers. Heavy prizes are first place Starfarers, second place Spartans, and third place STVs. Thank you to all our sponsors, and good luck to all racers of the Crux Cup 2954.
And good morning, afternoon, and evening, race fans. Welcome to Crux Cup 2954 Pro GP Division here in beautiful, smoggy Lorville. Those of you joining us back in from our Open GP Division, welcome back in. For those of you joining us now, happy freaking weekend. Joining me here is EchoBit and my co-host, Mr. Papa Juggernaut. Take it away, guys.
Hi, Echo. How are you doing? Hank, and good to see you. Welcome in, everybody, to Crux Cup 2954. This is the moment we have been waiting for. This is where we crown our champions of the Pro GP class. You are going to watch some of the fastest ships in the verse fly around what Hank adequately described as the smoggy city of Lorville, and it looks like, I believe, we are going to be getting a nighttime race. Am I correct, Echo?
It looks like we might be, yeah. But depending on conditions, we might have a sunrise in the middle of it as well.
Fantastic. Would love to see that. Welcome in, everybody. As I said, this is the Pro GP division. We are looking to crown the fastest of the fast. This is the oldest race in spaceship race in all of Star Citizen. So we're looking forward to culminating all of Crux Cup 2954 today. We've got an incredible starting grid for you that is ready to go here. They are lining up. Parties have been launched. Racers are running to their ships. This is going to be a great time. And I do want to thank everybody, especially those of you who are first-time chatters. Welcome into the Twitch stream. It is great to have you here. You are the reason that we do this. You are the reason that we are very excited to share this race with all of you. And we are so glad to see you here. Up next, we've got, let's go over the specific classes that we've got running here today. You're going to see 3 different types, and they are, I mean, to say that they're different ships is one thing, to say that they're different skill sets is another. Let's get started with going over some of these racers. You just saw some of the prizes that these people are going to win when they hit the podium. But for right now, we need to go over what we are doing for the... There it is. Yep. Okay. The different classes. Hankin, you want to get started with the first class?
All right, the first class is the Crux class, where we're going to be featuring the Drake Herald. We going over teams or just the ships and classes right now?
Let's go over what the classes are. We can tackle racers soon because they're still running to their ships. I'm watching all the different camera angles, and they are, I mean, everybody's holding down the shift button. Let's put it that way.
Setup is always something when it comes to SC, is it not?
True.
All right, guys, our first division, we have the Crux class. You're going to be seeing nothing but the finest of Drake Heralds racing against this track. Our second class here is our AX2, featuring the P52 Kruger, the Mirai Razor LX, Origin M50, and another Kruger P52.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing that Origin 350. That is sort of the outlier in this particular class. It's going to be fun.
Not to forget the P72 as well, the brother of the Merlin, the Archimedes. And then our third and final class. Go ahead and take it away, PJ.
Third and final class is the AX3. This is where you're going to be seeing all of the Mustangs racing around. These are Gammas and Omegas. So, like I said, very unique classes. These are interestingly set up, but we're going to be seeing some very competitive racing. We had great qualifiers last weekend. We saw some aggressive times. We saw some aggressive turning. We saw some really great boost maneuvers. And now this comes ahead as we crown our champions and put some people on some podiums at the end of the day. This is going to be a lot of fun. We have also, I want to go through, as soon as I find them, I want to go through all of our support staff. There we go. Sorry, I was losing our support staff. These races are not possible without the support of certain orgs, without the support of certain individuals who make everything happen on the back end. Let's get started with our refueling team. Who do we got in terms of org representation?
All right, my personal favorite, Ultimate Energy, with my main man, Sigelian and Bling, representing Fuel Crew number 1. The second crew, I'll let Peachy take this one.
We're back to the French pronunciation, La Fédération des Camelots. They are represented by Narvalo 357 and Rossix. Am I correct? Rossix was just racing? Am I remembering this correct? Rossix was a racer.
They were just racing. Now they're here to
Best
refuel.
of both worlds.
Love it. Love to see that. So thank you very much, because Rossix is representing the Southern Cross Alliance. So thank you very much, Sigelian, Bling, Narvalo, and Rossix, representing Altama Energy, La Fédération des Camelots, and Southern Cross Alliance. Up next is the EMS crew. Who do we have here?
All right, for EMS. Oh, good. Here, I'll try this. La Fédération des Camelots with Chap Mallow. We have FRC and Rapid with Arakage and Hydor, as well as Northfield Medical with Twidget TV.
And that's correct. So hopefully not going to be a busy crew. We never want to see the crashes and the medical problems, but hopefully they're not going to be necessary. But we appreciate them being here because sadly, this is racing. There's going to be something that happens. Up next, we have our salvage team, which is represented by 3 different orgs. We've got Delta Blue Aerospace, represented by Crystal Keys and Sergeant Griff. Nova Intergalactic, represented by Whisper Dark, Ghosty 2626, and Nova Rift. And then finally, Nakatomi, represented by Fire Dragon. Where is... I need security. Where's our security list?
I think I have that here. If you want to flip to that page. Event security shout-outs going out to the Ragtag Mercs, Herbor Corporation, Vanguard, Nova Intergalactic, and White Lightning Solutions.
Thank you very much for everything that you guys do. I am going to be pulling up a different document here. If you want to start talking about the racer profiles, I'm going to go grab that and be right back.
I got you. I'll take over from here. Give me a second here. All right, guys, going to the Crux class, starting out with Team Frontier Consolidated Racing Team with Tint and Volter Epic, both, of course, running in the Drake Herald, which will be the ship of this class. Best qualifying time here by Volter is 1 minute 46 seconds, running a 2-joystick HOSAS setup. Volter doing 2 joysticks as well. Pushing on down to our next team, we got XGR Blue, ran by Data Machine, whose best qualifying time was 1 minute 47 seconds. Running dual sticks and pedals here, so offsetting some of that racer fatigue onto the legs.
Yep.
Racing with them as well, it looks like, is Splen in a Herald, with a best qualifying time of 1 minute 48 seconds. Splendid personally is a pretty dang good racer, setting some records, so excited to see what he can do here today. Of course, running the 2 joystick HOSAS setup that you're going to be seeing here a lot today. Next team up, and I love this name, is Dude Racing, ran by, you guessed it, Dude 3D, with a fast time of 1 minute and 49 seconds, running 2 joysticks and pedals. Another team here coming up is Star Jaeger Racing Team, ran by Cat 740, a returning champion, and Energy, both in Heralds, with a qualifying time of 1 minute 52 seconds. We got Cats on 2 joysticks and Energy with 2 joysticks and pedals. You want to take the next team? You back, or you want to keep going?
Where'd you just leave off? You said, dude,
Turbo
you got
Corporation.
Turbor. Okay. So Turbor Corporation is going to be represented by Rizzy and Fetical. Fetical is also very nice enough to volunteer their camera operating abilities. We're going to have a camera from Fed. So this is going to be really exciting. We get to see live first-person action there. The best qualifying time was done by Riz, and it was 1 minute 52 seconds. So we've got some really high performance here, and again, love seeing these sub 2 minutes. We had some amazing qualifying races that I'm really excited to see continue today, and maybe we see some seconds dropping off. Love to see that. After that, we just saw this person in chat, and they dipped out just before the race started. From Star Jaeger Racing Team, we've got Ninjetti, 1 minute 56 second qualifying time. They are on joystick and mouse. Love to see that unique combo, not something you see all the time. So very excited to have Ninjetti Racing representing Star Jaeger. We've also got White Lightning Solutions. Nope, sorry, we're moving on to the AX2 class. Sorry, we can tackle AX2 class coming up next.
All right, guys, for the AX2 starting team, we got Sanguine Luna with Fresh 001 and Jacodin. Fresh running a Kruger P52 and Jacodin running the Razor LX. Fresh going in with a qualifying time of 1 minute 46 seconds, also running the 2 joystick setup and pedals, and Jacodin running just the 2 joysticks.
I got to see this Fresh in the qualifiers. It was incredible to see Fresh making these times. It was a very competitive race. Loved watching it.
Yeah, excited to see how that mouse is going to do, right? You got a little more precision. I usually see that in our PvP pilots.
Right.
Up next, we got Black Star Racing with Playing Fox in a Razor LX and Billboy in a Razor LX. Qualifying time of 1 minute 50 seconds. Looks like both running 2 joystick and pedal combo.
Yep. This was fun to watch last time because this was Croncy's preferred team. This was where Croncy was completely biased and was absolutely pulling for Playing Fox and Billboy. And they both did a fantastic job in the qualifiers. So looking forward to seeing where they perform today now that Croncy is not here casting the spell, Juju magic. We'll see what happens. Up next, we've got the CIG representation, ladies and gentlemen. That's how popular this race is. Even CIG is here. We've got Noble 737 and Lika. Noble's going to be in the Origin M50, and Lika is in the Kruger P52. But they are representing CIG, and we are very excited to have them here. Let's see what they do on today's track, or tonight's track, I guess.
Excited to see their control combo, by the way. Lika with the dual sticks, and Noble running mouse and keyboard. Our first mouse and keyboard combo in this division.
Love seeing the mouse and keyboards.
Love seeing the mouse and
Let's go up next to I Hope Racing. It is, they're both in Razor LXs. This is Mr. Drapener and Lord Utan. Fastest qualifying time was 2 minutes 3 seconds, put up by Lord Utan, who in chat just a few minutes ago was saying that they were having some stick trouble early this morning. So we're going to see if that impacts their racing capabilities today. They do run, both members of the team actually run a dual HOSAS setup. So good to go for them.
All right, guys, up next, we got Project Ostara Independent Explorers, both running LXs as well. It's Numinos and Zollner. Numinos coming in with a 2 minute 4 second qualifying time and running, you guessed it, the 2 joystick HOSAS setup.
Up next, we've got Nova, the Aluminum Falcons, represented by Black Rise, who's running a P72. So we've got a Kruger P72 in here. Fastest qualifying time was 2 minutes 6 seconds. And I think this is where we're starting to get farther from the 2-minute qualifying times. As we stick closer to the twos, I'm really curious, are they going to be able to take some of those seconds off and get sub 2 minutes now for the championships? How aggressive is this racing going to be? How is their decision making going to play into this? This is going to be really interesting to see if they can get more aggressive than they were even in the qualifiers, which for myself and for Croncy and for EchoBits, we were really impressed with what they put forward then as well. So let's go up next to Star Citizens Layman's Guild. Who do we got on that team?
All right, we got Riff Walker, 1992, running, again, my personal favorite ship, the Kruger P-72, with a qualifying time of 2 minutes and 6 seconds, and running a mouse and keyboard combo. I'm really excited to see these two racers here running the 72s, because unlike the 52, they do have a little bit of trouble in atmosphere. So excited to see what kind of performance they're going to put up today. And then our last but not least, Mr. PJ.
La Fédération de Camelot.
Love the way you say it, bro.
Represented by LFK El Vivan, representing it in a Mirai Razor LX. Fastest qualifying time was 2 minutes 19 seconds, running a VKB Gladiator setup. Interestingly, El Vivan's first racing ship was an Arrow, and they're now racing in a Razor, so clearly something is drawing to them to these racing ships that are dedicated to this cause. Looking forward to their performance on today's track.
All right, guys, up to our third class, we got the AX3 class, where we're going to start seeing some Mustangs. Our first team today is Banana Luna, with Dirk and Gerbo the Gnome, running Mustang Gamma combos. Dirk, qualifying time of 2 minutes and 14 seconds, running a 2-joystick and pedal combo. Gerbo, unfortunately, used to comment. Next team.
Gerbo said nothing. Our second team in the AX3 class is representing the Turbor Corporation. It is Kolbosa and Just Moki, both in Mustang Gammas. Fastest qualifying time was 2 minutes and 16 seconds. That was put up by Kolbosa. Both, I'm so excited. Both members of this team, mouse and keyboard. Love to see.
What a combo.
Yep.
All right, guys.
I'm going to take the next one. I'm going to cut you off and take the next one, because the next one is a buddy of mine. We've got a combination of AC3 Nightmare and Smiffy representing Omega Aerosports. Now, Smiffy's going to be in the Omega. AC is going to be in a Gamma. AC3 is not only a leader along with me of the Happy Haulers org, but AC and I have been streaming for a long time together. We have a ton of fun. He is dedicated to racing. This guy loves racing so much, and I'm really excited to see him on this track. Smiffy did put up the fastest qualifying time of 2 minutes and 16 seconds. AC3 is running joystick and throttle. Smiffy has got himself a Hosa setup, and this is going to be a very fun team to watch because typically AC loves to fly in a Hull A. So this is going to be the fastest he's ever gone.
Too funny. All right, guys, our next team today is Skyer Racing. We got Neojet in the Omega and Logar Wilco with a Mustang Gamma. I'm loving seeing some of these variations of ships popping up here. Best qualifying time by Neo is our 2 minute and 17 seconds, running the Hosas and pedals, with Logar doing VKB Omni left and a Space Mouse 3D on the right. An interesting stick and mouse combo there.
That is your starting lineup, everybody. We are going to get ready for these races to happen. We just had an update, and it looks like the grids are being set up. Briefing has started just a couple of minutes ago, so these racers are getting ready to finally get into their ships and get ready to go. I am watching 1, 2, 3, 4 different camera views here, and these ships are flying. They're getting into position. This is great. Love to see it. Everybody's flying from Everest.
I'm seeing some of these skins on the Razors.
Right. Yeah. This is gonna be great. We're gonna talk about skins and paints here very quickly. I'm seeing an elevator full of racers. I love seeing this stuff. I love the behind the scenes. It's exciting for me. Let's also talk about Echo. If you want to go over one more time the prizes here, we don't need the full video here, but we've got some amazing ships. And can you talk to us about where they came from? Who was our prize donors?
Yes, I can do that. So, our prize generously donated by Cloud Imperium Games and Frontier Consolidated and Sire Imperium and Southern Cross Alliance and the Red Legion. And we have 6,000 USD worth of prizes to give away today First place prizes are winning things from C2 Hercules to SRVs to Mercury Star Runners, Heralds and Hornets of their own. It's a massive prize pool.
It really is, and that's why I wanted to draw special attention to it. Guys, if you are watching this, whether for the first time or the 10th time, if you are into racing and you haven't yet made that jump into competitive racing on a professional course like we have here today with the Crux Cup 2954, the prizes are worth it by themselves. You are getting an incredible array of ships. If you hit that podium, it's a really impressive selection that you're going to be getting. But also, that's what makes these racing events possible. You've got these generous organizations that are contributing to this community. If you have not yet considered racing, go learn more about it. Go to Anzio Racing, go to their website. You can do !website in the chat. You'll pull up a link. Go learn more about it, learn more about the tracks, learn more about the people, and find that courage to submit your first application. You could be in the next Crux Cup, and we would love to talk about you when you cross the finish line.
Yeah, a lot of first-time racers today actually putting in some good times. So don't let that push you off of racing.
Yeah. No, absolutely. The first-time racers have done a great job. In fact, if you were watching, or I guess if you weren't watching, if you missed the Open GP class championships that we just finished, we had at least 2 that I know of first-time racers who did an amazing job. One of which, Ren Primus representing the Happy Haulers. Ren was 4th place in the qualifiers, 4th place in the championships. Very first-time racing. So guys, you can do this. You can absolutely perform well and have a lot of fun doing it. This is a great organization. So like I said, !website, you can learn more about Anzio Racing, and you may be the next racer that we're talking about live here on Twitch.
Speaking of Anzio Racing, don't forget ! merch, where you too can get a super sexy Hank and V-neck.
There's a hat too. There's been a hat on my head for 3 hours, and all you're talking about is the shirt. There's a hat. You can buy hats and
I have no idea how long it's been since I got to wear normal clothing, okay?
That's all he cares about. He just wants to talk about the clothing that he's not wearing, which is the Care Bear suit. So we're very happy to see
free
Hank
today.
in a t-shirt. Free! Yes. So yes, you can do ! merch and learn more about the Anzio Racing merch, which is, you can get Crux Cup merch, you can get Anzio Racing merch, you've got track merch. It's a really, really cool place to be. We just got an update from one of our race directors. It is Noise Maze, if you don't know. We'll talk about our backstage staff very soon. Briefing is in progress. That's fantastic. We're looking at a bunch of camera views here. It looks like we've got a couple of folks already positioned on the starting grid. This is coming together
that,
very nicely.
Was that one Emerald that we just passed over? That's one of the newer ones they just released as well. CIG did a very good job with that skin.
What was that? The Phoenix Emerald? Was that really what it was?
I think that was the Razor with the new Emerald skin.
Oh, the
could be lighting, but
no,
in fact, I thought I saw
skin,
green back there. Yeah, the Fortuna. I'm sorry, yeah, the Fortuna.
Yeah. Yeah, the Fortuna skin. I really like those. It comes out with this really nice texture on the green. It's a deep, rich green color. And again, for Hankin and I, this is how we're going to help hopefully identify some of the racers on the track, because as we're in nighttime, a lot of these ships are pretty much black. So we've got to use those types of things. But in daylight, these colors get to pop, and we get to see a lot of really nice colors flying around the track. And that's a great thing for us to look at. There is also, I do see we are starting to get some overhead views, which is nice. So I'm excited to see that one. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. That is a starting grid there of Heralds. So fast. Thank you very much to Raydell Demonheart for the overhead. What? You love that Herald.
That's the ship. It's goofy looking, but I love it.
Yeah. You love the weirdness of it, right?
Scientists ask not if they could, if they should, or if they could. It's just crazy seeing that thing put together.
If they could, if they should. It's a unique shape. It's basically a giant rocket booster with a cockpit put in front of it. But this is going to be a really important ship as data becomes more of a thing. We know data missions are coming. More of them are coming in 3.23. We know that there's going to be more in 4.0. So the Herald, the MSR, there's some ships that are going to be really, really critical to some fun game loops. And in this case, they just get to go fast.
I was saying, if there's any ship I would love to sit in and hit the gas pedal, the Herald is definitely one of them.
Do you own a Herald, Mr. Drake Lover?
No, I got an MSR.
Yeah, well done.
I'll admit
Well
that.
done. I am so proud of you. Hashtag Team MSR. We can welcome Hank.
Listen, but I do got a Kraken.
Okay, that's fine.
Well,
Kraken's a good ship. It's not a problem.
We're still in the Drake fam.
Yeah. No. You're definitely a diehard Drake, but you knew that for a good data mission, you had to get an upgrade, and you went with absolutely good choice, Crusader, and you chose the MSR. Good job. Kraken
It's
racing.
my luxury craft.
We're getting all the Krakens in chat now. Everybody's like, yes, give us Kraken.
They
We
know.
need Kraken. Yeah. I want to see Kraken racing. Krakens represent. Eggs and bacon with a Kraken emoji. This is great. Good job, folks. We've got plenty of Kraken representation here. And yes, when that does release, you will see Krakens represented in Crux Cup. Absolutely. You're going to see a lot of big capital class ships doing that. Separate probably from the luxury class. So in partnership with Yacht Club, we run the luxury GP, which we ran 2 weeks ago. But I think we're going to see, we're going to see Idrises, we're going to see Krakens, we're going to javelins, there's going to be a whole thing. We've got to build a track big enough for these guys.
Oh my goodness. And you could do Grey Cat racing on the ships while the ships themselves are racing.
Love, genius. Well said. We're going to have a race inside a race. This is where Echo is like, stop adding work to my life.
Already scribbling.
Right? Yeah.
No, I want
That's
more
gonna be
races. And if you
More
have
races.
me, let's do more together.
Can you do a
Of
race
course.
inside of a race? That's a lot. That's so many cameras.
Should be able to. We've got the tools for it.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Capital GP. Exactly, Nick. Capital GP class. We're going to run that. So we can tackle things like that, ladies and gentlemen. But as you can see, we've got the starting lineup for the Heralds that are on track. That is just the level of detail that went into the rear half of that ship. It would have been nice if it was carried into the front half of that ship, but it's not. It's just a cockpit, super glued. I think it was super glued. I think they took a cockpit from like an Arrow and they were just like, shove it on there and glue it. I'm not even sure it's welded. It may be held on by chewing gum.
It stays on with G forces. Okay, that's why you got to hit the gas
Got it.
pedal.
That's why it goes so fast. That's the only way that the front stays on.
I will comment. Have we seen? Has there been a ghoulish green Herald? Have all of these just been default skinned? I don't know if I saw a green one passing by.
I haven't seen a green one. I think all we've seen is the stock skins. We're going to have to see. We'll take a look at the starting lineup one more time. Great camera work as we descend through the city of Lorville, coming from Oleg here. And again, big thanks to our camera operators. We've got Raydell Demon Heart, Prof Decoy, Fedical, and Oleg Lime. Thank you very much for what you guys are doing. You make the visuals for this so much better for us as commentators and infinitely better for the audience.
They did the last nice job at the Open GP. The skills that these pilots have to not only give you guys a nice view, but also to avoid other racers and buildings is truly remarkable.
Yep. Now we're taking a look at the Mustang classes here.
And to see some rare Mustangs back there as well with the Omegas.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got different paints here. We're seeing some stocks, we're seeing some yellows, we're seeing some reds. So this grid is coming together real nicely. I think 1, 2, that looks like 6. Are we missing one? Where's our Mustang? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It looks like, do we have a grid of 8 or do we have a grid of 6? We'll get clarification on that one. We want to make sure everybody gets where they need to be. And like I said, the briefing has started. So we're just waiting on the briefing to finish. That is such a vibrant red. Wow, that's almost like Lunar New Year kind of red.
Yeah, it's looking good. I gotta tell the racers we do love you guys representing and showing your uniqueness using these paints on these ships. Yep. Love deliveries here on this.
Oh, there we go. We do have a grid of 8 AX3 here.
There we go. Yep. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is our 8. Well done. Love to see that everybody was able to make it. Not aware, Echo. I don't believe we have anybody suffering tech issues at this point. I think all of our racers have appeared and all of our support staff has appeared. We've got ourselves a heck of a race coming up.
All good, yeah. Coming together. Looking forward to seeing some of the fastest racers in the verse battle it out.
That is a really nice livery set right there. It is clearly not Icebreaker because it seems to be more gray than white. So if it's not Icebreaker, does anybody in chat want to identify what that blue and hashtag silver?
Too funny. If that's the Delta, I think the stock one is liveries with that color, because when you put the Icebreaker on it, it basically just removes the liveries, but it's almost the exact same color combo.
Interesting. Okay. All right. So, you know, we'll see what that is. But it looks like we do have, and of course, you know, I'm the fan of the black and yellow. So whatever that thing is called, I don't own a Mustang, so I have no idea what it's called, but that's the best color combination according to me.
I will say this was one of my favorite updates CSG has made to the game, was the update to the Mustangs. They did a phenomenal job of kind of bringing these things up to, you know, the gold standard at the time.
Yeah. No, it's definitely good to see that. And I'm very glad that they have an entire dedicated class just for the Mustangs themselves because of its unique performance abilities and what it was designed to do. It's great to see a grid. We've got 8 of these things that are going to be screaming around Lorville in just a few minutes. And we're excited to get that done, everybody. So don't forget, if you are in chat, make sure that you are cheering on your favorite racers, your favorite teams. Make sure you are constantly showing them support. They've got an hour of fatigue ahead of them. And we want to make sure that they know that they are loved and supported. And you can do that right here live on Twitch. Just make sure you're dropping in your favorite emotes. You're dropping in your favorite names. Keep that support rolling for everybody. We've got... Yeah, see, here come the cheers, man. Optical Mouse is already here. You can do it, Tint! Gotta love it. Ishtant is already in chat. Ishtant was one of our racers in the Open GP class. Ishtant was, oh God, was it heavy class, I think? Yes, Ishtant was heavy class. Look at this. We've got so many Open GP racers dropping into chat right now. Love to see it. Thank you all for being here. Congratulations on races well ran about an hour ago. Now we're moving into the Pro GP class. Got an inside cockpit view. As we mentioned earlier, Fetical is a first-person racer and camera operator. So I don't envy that role. That is a lot of things to be managing in addition to trying to podium. So credit to Fetical for what they're doing today. Okay, perfect. Great. 8 Mustang. Yep, 1 racer. Oh, see, okay, I knew it was going to happen. We did have 1 racer. It was Elvevan from La Fédération de Camelot. They did crash, so their game is restarting. And we've got shout-outs in progress, ladies and gentlemen. So we are about to get going here. How did we finish? Yes, perfect. Got it. Okay. Thank you to the updates to our support staff. Love to see them coming in here. Good job with all of the cheering, everybody. Spare No Pixel says, gotta love playing Fox, Billboy, Tint, Data Machine, Fresh 001. We're dropping all the names, everybody. Good job. And yes, AC3, it is almost time to go fast. What are you doing in chat? You have a race to win. You lunatic.
Utilizing their MFDs is what they're doing.
There you go. Right. Yes, that's what they're doing. Got to get that
Here
last,
you can
that
see
last drink
actually,
across.
stripped the weapons off the 72. I'm guessing most of these spots are going to be flying decoupled. This is one of my favorite ships to race in as well. And again, versus the P-52, they still do have an issue flying coupled in Atmo versus their predecessor. They did get an update, but I do think they do need some more work. And funny enough, I have not seen a 72 Emerald, which is, funny enough, handling worse than the default 72. Isn't that crazy?
The green is a really thick pigment on that paint, so it's going to weigh them down. I understand the restriction there. That is beautiful right there. What paint is that? Because that is not stock.
He is actually using the Emerald. If that's got the pinstriping, yeah, there was one right there. I just missed it.
Was that what that was? That did not look green at all.
Yeah, I took them both, and I have an easier time racing with the normal 72 than I do the Emerald.
Wow. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we are getting word right now that the briefing is done. This race is good to go. Stand by. Start dropping your emotes. We have Crux Cup 2954 Pro GP class that is about to launch.
Love that razor paint.
Yeah, that's a good one. That is that the Hosanna paint?
I think that's what they were saying earlier. Yeah.
Okay. Because that does have that sort of like matte kind of red color. it's really hard to tell. The lighting in the hangar can change the complexion of a paint job. So when you called that out as potentially being the Phoenix paint or the emerald paint, sorry.
The emerald, yeah.
Yeah, the emerald paint, that was inside a hangar. It just looked great. It looked like a Cerberus paint or like a Meridian paint. Look at all these razors. We have one pilot who is not yet ready, and I love it. I love the showboating. This is just
it's stretching before the race, you know.
Yeah. That's what that is. It's stretching.
Yeah, I thought this one had the Fortuna paint, but I could have been wrong. It is tough to see.
Look
like
it. Yeah, that's got a serious green tint to it. Yep. I think you're right. I think that is definitely the Fortuna paint, which was a really nice addition. It does say 24. So
yeah, they kept the liveries on it, which I think was like the prime beautiful touch that CIG did to the ship.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Fallen Angel says, Elmo, start the race now. They're getting in. They're running to their ships. They're ready to go. They are all
like,
moved.
Yep. All right, guys, we do have engines starting now.
Here we go. It looks like all the pilots are in. The flexing, I'm sorry, the stretching, as Hankin said, the stretching is done.
We've
got
takeoffs.
Takeoffs. Yep. There we go. We've got takeoffs. It looks like everybody is off the ground. Formations are set. You're going to be seeing lap times and lap counters up in the top left corner of your screen over somewhere there. You're going to be seeing that. There we go. The formation lap is starting. Our racers are on the track, everybody. Love to see this. We have a almost empty hangar. Go launch. Get out of. You has giggity.
I would love to hear what all these engines revving sounds like in this tunnel.
Oh, I
and
know,
they're
right?
off.
We are moving. The collision alert is on every screen.
Like that previous racer was saying, gotta watch that
This is gonna be great. Right? Yeah, that's true. We had that in the post-race interview last time, talking about the soup of players. And that's something that we want to address is, all of these are professional racers, whether it's their first time or not. They're professional racers. They've been advised and practiced on how to avoid collisions. It's certainly not a perfect thing. There's always going to be something that happens, whether it's desync or otherwise. But all of these racers are advised on how to avoid crashes. They're advised on how to take certain lines, how to avoid other ships. And we just appreciate their professionalism as we see the stream begin. It is starting to stretch itself out here. We've got our groups coming together. This is going to get much busier, folks, as this 1 hour race progresses. It is a 1 hour endurance race that you are looking at for ProGP here. And they're going to make a way all the way through what is called the Gold Dust track right here in the smoggy city of Lorville.
A pretty straightforward track here up until the end, where you basically have a hairpin turn back. Probably the trickiest ones with ships going up to these speeds. So you're going to see a lot of G-force control and a lot of boost control here. Some of these ships accelerating better in a straight line. I like the Heralds versus some of the better handling ships. I like the Mustangs and the Archimedes and Emeralds.
Yeah, very true. And that's something that's going to be really exciting to see is as these groups sort of start to overlap each other and they come together and they separate, we're going to see the skill that is really, really necessary for this to be. Man, they turn so tight into that tower.
Yeah.
But this is called the Gold Dust track, as I mentioned earlier. It is a community designed track by Anzio Racing. It is right here in the city of Lorville. If you want to run it, you don't need to wait for Crux Cup. You can run it anytime you want, is available in the live PU and PTU and EPTU and everything else. They haven't made any changes to Lorville for Evocati, have they? I hope not. Let 2.0 be what it needs to be. But you can absolutely run this stuff in the city of Lorville anytime you want to do it and get yourself some practice. Henkin, I'm going to let you handle this question. We've got a great question in chat from Spaceman Zero, first time chatter. There you go.
We do have an arena commander mode. where we do have a couple of racetracks now, including ground vehicles like the hover bikes. But most of these are community-made tracks, whether from XGR or ANC Racing. Even EchoBit has made herself a couple of good ones like Mo Thermos.
Yep. So if you have any questions about racing, today is a great day to ask them. You've got plenty of racers and organizers that are in chat, ready to help you out and, you know, help you better understand what it could mean when you become a racer in the world of Star Citizen. We are... My God, the speed, you know, we just watched things like moles and reclaimers fly around this track, and now we're watching the polar opposite of that in terms of speed capability. Yeah. These tiny little ships are buzzing. Still making these 90-degree turns. I love they're just pivoting.
Yeah, just, I think their attack vectors, the way they're turning into these turns is so much different. Even the fastest ships, and the last one being the arrows, it's nowhere near what these ships are pulling here.
Yeah, I think we just saw our first view of the 350R. It is the only Origin 350 in the race. There it goes.
Yeah, I believe the last one we saw, the 85X and the 315P. We're starting to see some of it, the bigger brother comparisons here with the 350R.
Yeah, 350R is making its way around. I do personally love the 350R because its stock color is black and yellow. So well done, CIG, on your color choices. But the 350R is run by Nobel 737 representing CIG. We're getting some great times so far. We have two racers who are sub 1 minute 52nd. We've got Data Machine running 1 minute 48, and we've got Fresh, who is currently running in 7th place, but has the fastest lap time at 1 minute 47 seconds. That is impressive.
Yeah, those 52s are mean. Basically, the combat variant between the two. The 72 is supposed to be the racing one, but I gotta say the 52s really pull ahead in a lot of aspects. You know, acceleration, speed, and handling.
100%. It's a really good representation of, especially, you know, if you're not really familiar with racing in Star Citizen, you have a massive variety to choose from in terms of performance, capabilities, liveries, in terms of, you know, what does it look like going around the track. If cosmetics are important to you, then CIG provides a significant amount of choices for you to go with, and it's something you're going to see here during the NZR Racing Crux Cup. I'm looking I want to find Fresh's best lap time from the qualifier, and I'm really curious if Fresh is shaving things off of it already.
We are on our second lap here. If you want to check in, we got Tint here in the lead in a Herald with the fastest lap time of 150. We have Data Machine right behind for XGR Blue with a 148, and then Do 3D, I gotta say probably my favorite team name and player name, with another Herald, lap 2 with a minute 52.
Interestingly enough,
we got the.
No, I was just gonna say, yeah, I don't know if we've got Splen, another legendary racer in the Star Citizen world, has completed their second lap. Fastest lap time so far is 151. So we're going to be watching the favorites here and see where that ends up.
Splen pushing up into 3rd place.
Yep.
He's too cooking. Soon. He is cooking.
We have people that are in this to win this. We've still got... Data Machine has now taken the fastest lap time so far for today's race, 1 minute 47 seconds, 0.634, barely undercutting Fresh. You know, Fresh still, as you talked about, Fresh racing with that P52 Merlin, barely getting beat out, and only for a minute here by Data Machine and the Herald.
Yeah, just like 0.2 microseconds here with that P52.
Yeah.
I was gonna say our next closest Merlin is down there in 15th, and then the 72s down in 20 and 21st place on their second lap with a slower time of 2:9 and 2:8.
Yeah. I'll go back to the request I made earlier. The fastest qualifying lap time from Fresh was 1 minute 46, 244, and Fresh is currently sitting at 147. So needs to shave off about 1.5 seconds and will be beating their qualifying time, which is really amazing.
We can also they're on their third lap, they're still kind of warming up a little bit, kind of getting used to the track, fighting other racers here.
No, absolutely true. They're figuring out where the pack lies. Looks like the lighting situation here in Lorville is changing a little bit, but we can now say that all racers have completed at least 2 laps here. So our podium as it stands right now, wow, Oh, okay. That's a glitch lap time. I was going to say that is really impressive. Lord Uton just did a 15-second lap, but I'm going to retract that. If we take a look at our podium standings, if they were to finish right now in the A Crux Cup, so the Herald class, it would currently be in first, second, and third. You'd have Data Machine, Tint, and Splen. So not a ton of surprises there. Legendary racers, we all know who they are. If we move down to the AX2 class, Fresh is leading with the Merlin. And then
John pushed up the first place with the LX and the AX2. Oh, that's the
glitch lap time. That's the glitch lap time. So we've got Fresh leading the AX2 class, followed closely behind by Bill. Oh, hold on. It's changing. Billboy just finished a lap. So Fresh, then Billboy, and then Playing Fox. So again, Billboy and Playing Fox, just like they did in the qualifiers, they stuck together. Very talented team. They know how to perform in these ships, and they are currently pulling second and third for the AX2 class. Move down to the AX3. We have a very tight grouping here in the AX3 with the Mustangs. We've got Kolbasa, Gerbo, and Durnk all in gammas. Interesting. All in gammas and all within a second of each other.
Then it seems to be interesting. The Omegas are grouping together as well. A few seconds between these lap times here.
Yeah, you're right. That's interesting. I hadn't seen that. Everybody has completed 3 laps now except for Black Rise. We're waiting for Black Rise to knock it out with that P72. You did talk about the racing challenges that P72 has, so that's something Black Rise has got to work with.
Hopefully they realize they got to be decoupling with that thing, and unfortunately with that, they're going to be using a lot more fuel and a lot more boost to keep that ship where they want it.
Yeah.
Now looking down here, that 350R looks like it is struggling a little bit in the AX2.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not seeing a lot of Origin ships today.
No, not a lot of Origin ships. But you did mention that the 350R here, fastest lap time was their previous lap at 1 minute 43 seconds, but their third lap was 2:26. So something caused a slowdown there. We're going to keep an eye on Nobel 737, who is representing CIG. And then we've also got AC3 Nightmare racing in a Gamma representing Omega Aerosports, also completed their third lap. Fastest time was 2 minutes 29 seconds, and that's going to round out our group at this point. We now have the Herald class, the Acrux, running their 5th lap. Look at this. Look at how quickly these numbers change. Everybody in the Herald is running super fast.
I say special shout out to Fresh, man. He is keeping up with those Heralds.
Mm-hmm.
That 52 it is in a herd of Heralds.
It really is. Really doing a great job showing off what the P52 can do. And again, only a small, maybe a fifth of a fraction of a second slower than the fastest Herald. Unbelievable. Just to watch all of these sub-minute times.
Splen is really fighting for the top 3 spot. Splen pushing up to second place right now with 1:47. I'm talking microsecond differences, guys, in these lap times. It is amazing to see what these pilots can do. Seasoned racers here, pushing these ships to their limits.
We are getting ship destroyed messages. It looks like Just Moki we just lost Just Moki. Who was above Just Moki, everybody? If you can clue us in. I didn't see who we lost. Echo, did you catch who crashed along with Moki?
I can check that out in a moment.
I'm not here to add work to your plate. I was just wondering if you saw what I didn't see, because we're staring at these lap times just get murdered.
So we lost the energy just before then.
Got it. Okay. Holy crap. Ladies and gentlemen, Fresh has just cut down more time. 1 minute, 47 seconds, 0.12 is now well deep into the pack of Heralds, sitting in second place. But the fastest lap time right now is coming in from Dude 3D, Henkin's favorite name. Dude 3D posted 1 minute, 46 seconds, almost flat. So we are getting very, very close to 1 minute, 45 second lap times. That is incredible.
These guys are starting to get comfortable with this run. We'll see what happens as Hurston goes into its night cycle here and things get a little tougher to spot.
Especially
it's beautiful to get 2 sunsets in one day here.
Right. We do get that perk thanks to the timing of the orbit of Hurston. We're not going to say it's a game mechanic, but the orbit of Hurston. It looks like we've got a very healthy pack of people. All of our top 11 now, our top 11 racers have completed their first 6 laps. So we are burning through this track. If anybody on racing staff, does anybody have an update on Black Rise? It looks like they still have not moved past their 2nd lap. So we'd love to get an update on what's going on with the P72, the only P72 in today's race.
Oh, there's 2. We have a Riftwalker as well in a 72, up in 18th.
Oh,
right now
okay.
he's in a pack of LXs and the Gammas.
I apologize.
A couple
Riftwalker,
of
great job.
Right. A couple of our AX2 LXs are starting to push up against the Herald, so a bunch of things could be happening here. You know, Herald's being quick on the straight line, but horrible at turning. So you know, a couple of these turns, they might be hitting some buildings. Looks like racers are starting to push up into the top 5 here. It looks like Do 3D and Data Machine are now duking it out for 1st and 2nd, and Fresh still keeping up with the pack here in 3rd.
Just saw a comment in chat from Eggs and Bacon saying that AC3 has crashed as well. Oh, okay.
No.
We've got a good view of Splen right here. Looks like we're getting close. But as you guys can see, when you look forward from some of these ships, you are seeing a huge clump of racers that have all kind of the soup, as it was referred to. We've got a soup that we're dealing with, and this is one of the challenges that pro racers have to deal with. They learn how to adjust. They learn how to change flight paths. They learn what they're looking for in terms of their HUDs. So you can see, I mean, it gets pretty busy here, and these ships have got to all make the same turn, maybe at the same time.
The big thing you got to worry about here in these servers is, you know, at these speeds with so many players together, desync does come into effect here, where, you know, maybe they do look like they're 5 or 6 meters ahead of you, but they're not. So, you know, the accidentals are happening, and that is why we have emergency services and salvage services at the ready.
Yep. Some debris may be present over there at checkpoint 3, so racers, watch yourself. I want to give a quick mention to the current leaders of the AX3 class. It is a team. It is the Banana Luna team. They are both pulling 1st and 2nd. It is Dirk and Gerbo the Gnome, both racing Mustang Gammas. Very, very close lap times to each other, hovering around that 2-minute 15, 16, 17 mark. So very, very close to each other. We just got an update on, ladies and gentlemen, there it is. Black Rise did cross the line for their 3rd lap. Congratulations to Black Rise. Hopefully getting right back into it.
Fresh pushing up with a 52-minute 44.245 lap time. Holy moly. He is fighting those Heralds like it's his job.
Right? Almost like it matters. That is amazing to watch. And unfortunately, we did just get an update. Looks like Smithy from Omega Aerosports has just crashed. So Smithy's got to hurry up and get back into this. Smithy was doing well, leading the Omega Aerosports team. Just before the crash was I just saw their name. Where did they go? Smithy, where'd you go? There's Smithy. Was currently pulling 2 minutes 16 seconds lap times, and their last lap was their fastest lap, so they're doing a great job. So Smithy, get back into it real quick, buddy. Yeah, right.
Just see how our Mustangs are doing. Right now we got about Dirk down in 20 with the Gamma leading the pack. Looks like it's funny. Yeah, the Gammas and the Omegas are clumped together, but we do have Logar down with the Gamma as well on the AX3 side. Trying to keep an eye on these guys, see what they're doing on lap times.
We just got an update at the 16-minute mark. We are only, and I mean, for all of you in chat, we are only 16 minutes into this race, and look at the amount of action that we've already had in terms of lap times getting cut down, crashes that have unfortunately occurred. This has all happened within 16 minutes of this race. There is another 44 to go. This is something you're not going to find outside of Anzia Racing, and we love to see this. But we do have our top 10 have now completed lap
incoming.
8. Okay, gotcha.
Cool.
And
it's actually going to be pretty good for a couple of these racers too, because I guarantee you at these speeds and what they're doing, you know, are these guys white knuckling their controllers? You know, are their hands cramping on the mouse and keyboard? They're having to do a lot of micro inputs to maintain speed and maintain momentum. So this is actually going to be a kind of a nice break for everybody, hopefully with refueling working correctly.
Yeah, that's a great point. We do hope that it works correctly. You guys can take a look at, because we do have this first-person view from Fedicol, who is both a racer and a camera operator. If you look at that indicator right there, that hydrogen tank is just about empty, and we are only 1/4 of the way through this. So the decisions that pilots have to make about when to refuel, how fast do they refuel, where they go, that's got to get done, and it's got to get done quick. And hopefully there's no issues with that coming from the server side of things. But Fedicol is landed, refueled, and out. That was fast. Great pit right there.
Definitely excited to see how this is going to change once we, have to manually fuel up ships, bringing in fuel hoses, and, people going to be using drones, or people going to have pit crews.
That's a great point, and I think a good pit crew would be another way for. Oh, we got 2 more ships destroyed. Oh, they just disappeared. I didn't catch their names.
I think it was Noble from CIG. Noble CIG. Noble and the 350R. I think is what popped up.
Dang it. Okay, so again, we are seeing more of these crashes, ladies and gentlemen. We now have our first 7 players who have completed lap 9. Really, really impressive times here. Fresh with that 144 on the last lap. We are dealing 1, 2, 3, 4. Our first 10 racers in terms of lap time performance and completions here are all sub 2-minute laps.
Ooh, we lost the 72.
No! Hate to see it.
Yeah, he was leading the 72s. My brothers.
Wow, okay. We are gonna go there. Okay.
Oh, wow. So, yeah, we have the fight between Dude, Fresh, and then Tint pushing up into top 3 as well.
Yeah.
We see Kat's trying to catch up as well. Kat's a seasoned racer, seen what he can do before.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited. Alex is slowly weaning themselves up. I'm thinking a lot of these heralds are starting to get some accidental disassembly.
Yeah, it's getting to be unfortunate. We did see Rift Walker. So it looks like, on lap 7, Rift Walker had a crash. So hopefully they can get back into it soon. And again, guys, this is something that teams have to make the decision about, is you got to have the backup ships. And if you don't, how careful can you be? Sometimes it's not out of, it's really outside of your control. Get back into...
It's amazing to see what he can do with that 52 versus some of these other times here.
Oh, yeah. No, it's very, very impressive to see how that comes along. Real quickly, Rift Walker was that P72. You are correct. So good memory on that one, Hankin. Where are we?
I gotta watch out for family.
You're right. You gotta represent. Slack some duct tape on it. It'll be fine. That's right. Yes.
Now, one thing we saw from the Open GP was people doing their landing gear. You know what I haven't seen here is that people dropping their landing gear on this one.
Yeah, Echo, can you walk the audience
So
through?
it'll definitely be happening
why and why
for
not?
the Heralds. All of them will be doing it, but the Mustangs that you see here, they all have control surfaces attached to their wings, so they have them deployed. They can't have the landing gear track going.
Interesting.
Makes a lot of sense.
Wow. Looks like we have another crash from Just Moki. I believe that is now their second. That's going to be pretty rough.
Moki.
Salvage crew is on the track, so that's a good thing.
Moki running the Gamma in the AX3 on their 7th lap.
Yeah. Just Moki, ship destroyed. Okay.
Like our lead in the Mustangs, though. We have 2 Gammas and an Omega. The Omega right in between the Gammas. We finally have the racers pushing up to 4th and 5th. We have Dracoden and Playing Fox in the LX that's pushing up for 4 and 5.
Wow.
Yeah, a lot of the Heralds leading the packs got a push back a little bit.
And Fresh still. Whoa!
Fresh from Fedicol, nay!
We got to see that one. Again, guys, don't worry. This is why we have medical and scrap services at the ready.
And to be blunt about it, that's why we have more than one camera operator. Sometimes it's a little rough out there. I'm still amazed at the leaderboard that we've got right now. Fresh leading in a P52, a couple of Heralds behind, a couple of Razors behind that. Like, this is a nice sort of mix that we've got here in terms of how people are performing with these lap times and completed laps. Our top 7 have now completed 11 laps of this. And in just a few minutes, folks, we're going to keep going through this race for now, but in just a few minutes, we're going to give you a quick reminder of what all the prizes were. We'll do that around the halfway point of the race so that you know when you see your friend podium, what is it they're going to have in their hangar when they log back into CIG? It'll be a good time. We now have our 8th person completing their 11th lap. It looks like Fed is still holding... I'm sorry, not Fed, Fresh. Fresh is still holding that fastest lap time at 1:44.
That's
Unbelievably
3 seconds
impressive.
faster than the following leaders with Tint and Data Machine.
Yeah. Although you do have to give recognition to Tint as well. Tint's 11th lap, which was also their most recent, was also their fastest at 1:47. So they're continuing to find new ways to save as much time as they possibly can.
They're figuring out his flow. A lot less Heralds to try and pass and avoid.
Facts. Quick update on El Vevan, representing La Federación. It is, looks like they're back on the track. They have completed 10 laps, so they're doing okay. So everything looks like they got back into their second shift. Who else do we have here? It looks like pulling up the back of the A Crux class is Rizzy. Rizzy's got a respectable lap time, really good lap time of 1:54. Their most recent one was 2:01. So they're hovering around that 2-minute mark. But that is our holding up the back of the class for the A Crux. And then we've also got our 350R may still be in it. I don't know if Nobel was able to grab the 350R again. I haven't seen it on the track again. But they did complete 7 laps so far, so that's not bad. Merlin, Harold, wow. Where are we at? Who is leading Star Jaeger? Cat 740 leading Star Jaeger team in a Herald. Completed 11 laps, 1 minute 54 seconds. Very respectable lap time right there. Doing a good job. Only a few seconds to shave off, and they're right back in the top of that pack. In fact, they just completed lap number 12. So congrats to Cat 740. Flying a Drake Herald representing Star Jaeger, and the other half of Star Jaeger, Ninjetti, 11 laps in, 1 minute 57 seconds. So good representation for Star Jaeger here. And then we haven't talked about I Hope Racing yet. I Hope Racing, both in Razor LXs, represented by Mr. Drapener and Lord Utan. They are both... Oh, Lord... Uchan still had the 15-second lap time, so we're going to avoid that one. But they're sitting around laps 10 and 11, just above the 2-minute lap timer, so they've got some work to do to catch up, but they can definitely do it. It's a good team of racers right
I think
there.
we just had
saving it for
Aproxy
last.
crash out. Tint has crashed.
Tint is... Oh, no.
Oh, Tint. Looks like Data Machine's going to be taking that spot from Tint in second place. Hopefully Tint can recover. We do have Plain Fox with the LX, so trying to push up into the top 3rd spot as well. Dude 3D pushing all the way up back to 3.
Okay, so we just got confirmation from Noise Maze. Tint had a collision with Energy. So those two are struggling here. Also, the AX3, there is refueling issues at the spaceport. So the AX3 front runners may be moving around pretty soon. We're going to see how that ends up if they can't get the fuel they need. What are we looking at right now? AX3 is being led by Gerbo and Neojet, followed closely-ish by Smithy for Omega Aerosports. So it's going to be interesting if an entire class changes. You know, right now we've got Banana Luna in the lead, followed by Sire Racing and then Omega Aerosports. So currently, without any of the major issues, 3 different orgs taking the podium spots, which is going to be interesting. Data Dude. Oh, Tint. Yeah, we can see Tint, and Tint was pulling some great lap times at 1:47.
Yeah, we'll see if he can recover. Hopefully he can get back in there and keep his flow.
Yeah, we would love to see that.
3, looking the same. We'd have Walter Epic in 4th place, pushing up with the Herald as well, making up some of that lap time. They were all missing earlier on. I'll say Lika CIG with a 52, pushing up to 8th place with a minute 58 fastest lap right now.
Yeah. Currently second place in the AX2 class, right behind
I believe Lika was a mouse and keyboard as well.
I think you're right. I think I want to say both of the CIG guys were. Let's see. Where's Leak? I will go look that up for you. Nope, I take it back. Nobel is mouse and keyboard. Lika is dual sticks.
Looks like all our racers are grouping here.
Yeah, definitely. It's getting... I do love, though, again, I've got to give recognition, especially to all of our camera operators. The look of Lorville at night offers some very cinematic views, and our camera operators are doing a great job grabbing those for us. Steve CC in the chat. Fox fans represent. Keep cheering them, guys. They know you're doing it. They know that you're talking about them. They know that you're cheering. Still can't believe Fresh is leading this pack in a P52. It was amazing to watch in the qualifying races, but to see it happen again here in the championships, it's just such a nice combination. And then number 6 is also a P52. That's Lika. So P52 is showing itself. I think Henkin's preference for these snubs is really nice.
Unsung heroes.
Unsung heroes of racing. Is that what we're gonna call these little? Okay. And then
who needs a quantum drive?
Yeah, we don't need quantum. We're racing. This isn't the Kessel Run. Whatever. Let's go into where are we at. So we do have the AX3 class. Not a significant change yet.
Lost Oleg.
Oleg, we're losing our camera people. Oh look, Fedicol's back. Yay. So far our AX3 class, still basically the same cluster. We're looking at Gerbo, followed by Smithy, followed by Neojet. Gerbo was flying the Gamma, Smithy and Neojet, both in Omegas. But there is a significant lap difference. Gerbo has completed lap 11. Neojet is still on lap 9. So we're seeing close times, but not close laps.
Looks like all racers are good to go, though. We're seeing lap times increase. Luckily, nobody's crashed out or, lost their backups here.
Even one of our original crashers, Black Rise, has completed lap 8, so they're still very much in this race and looking to get their lap times down. They are getting close to a 2-minute lap time, so good for you, Black Rise. Logar Wilco is part of Sire Racing, just completed lap 9. Good representation there in a Gamma. And then, do we have word, does Just Moki have a third ship? Because they've had 2 crashes already. I'm going to ask our race staff. Noble is still sitting at lap 9. Don't know where that's going to end up.
Their spare ship.
Wow, Fresh completing lap 16.
Incoming reports.
Incoming report. 3rd spare ship. Unbelievable. I mean, they're small ships. They're cheap. You just buy them in bulk. It's fine. Go to Sam's Club, go to Costco, pick up a 6-pack. I would love to see that. 30 minutes. We are 30 minutes. Thank you very much, Echo. You want to go over our prizes, please? Let's remind everybody what they win or what they want to win the next time they race.
These are the stakes for the Crux Cup ProGP Championship race. 24 racing prizes are brought to you by Southern Cross Alliance, Frontier Consolidated, The Red Legion, Sire Imperium, and Cloud Imperium Games. IDMA Crux prizes include first place C2 Hercules, second place F7CM Heartseekers, and third place Cutter Ramblers. AX2 prizes are first place SRVs, second place Heralds, and third place Hoverquads. AX3 prizes are first place Mercury Star Runners, second place Heralds, and third place Hoverquads. Item prizes are first place 400 eyes, second place Centurions, and third place STVs. Aurora prizes are first place Freelancer Maxes, second place Sulans, and third place Cutter Ramblers. Heavy prizes are first place Starfarers, second place Spartans, and third place STVs. Thank you to all our sponsors, and good luck to all racers of the Crux Cup 2954.
All right, guys, amazing prizes up on that board with a quick update. It looks like Data Machine taking that first place spot with a minute 47 fastest lap, pushing Fresh down to 2. A dude here in 3rd. Lika pushing up with that 52 up into 5th place. Loving what these Merlins are doing on this track.
I was really surprised because we were seeing this really, tight group of people that were completing laps at, within 10 seconds of each other. This leaderboard, especially that top 10, was really, really busy. We are starting to see some spread now. We're starting to see some of these guys pull ahead, pull back a little bit. Maybe, there's going to be some refueling things, but really fast lap times. Our top 3, all 3 of them have completed lap 17. Meanwhile, the last 5 of our top 10, that bottom half of the pack, are still on lap 15.
I'm trying to catch up. I'll say Black Rise in the 72, pushing up to 29th here with a 203. Looks like back in it after that initial crash out. Everyone was doing pretty good. Rift Walker back at it as well with the 72. Well, who's our lead Mustang right now? We got Gerbo the Gnome in the Gamma right now with a 216.
Yeah. Quick updates for everybody that is currently watching live on Twitch. The A Crux class, which is our Herald class, top 3 that you have currently is Data Machine, 17 laps in, Dude 3D, 17 laps in, and I'm missing. Oh, there it is. And Valter Epic, 16 laps in. All of them pulling really respectable times. But that is your top 3 for the A Crux class so far. AX2 is a little bit of a different thing because you've got one outlier way in the front of this pack. I don't know how anybody is going to catch Fresh. Fresh is running a 17 lap completed 144 lap time, which is the current fastest time on the track. Followed by Lika from CIG, also running a P52. And then following closely behind is Zollner running a Razor LX. That is your AX2 class, top 3.
All right, let's see what we got for AX3 here. Our lead racer is still Gerbo down here in 20 with a 216. Right behind is Smithy, a PI with another Mustang Omega, 13 laps at 216. And following up is Dunk with 215, 12 laps, running a Gamma.
So Dunk has reclaimed one of the top 3 spots. It was previously Gerbo, Dunk, and then Smithy. But it looks like Dunk took a quick hit and then came back and is right back into the top 3 of the AX3 class. Followed by number 4, which is Kolbasa, representing Turbor Corporation in a Mustang Gamma. Riftwalker, it looks like, has come back. Riftwalker had a crash earlier in a P72. Looks like they're back on the track, completed 12 laps.
Making an amazing time.
Yeah, 208. Love to see that, especially from a P72, which we've talked about, has some struggles, has some issues.
He's got seven spots in the last 2 laps, which you got to say is pretty impressive.
Yeah, definitely a nice big bump there.
A quick update here. Looks like Fresh has reclaimed his throne in first place with a minute 44 fastest lap here on lap 18. Him and Do 3D are duking it out.
Yeah, very, very close times. Top 4 finishers right now have all finished lap 18, which is great to see. We're waiting on, it looks like Splen is going to be number 5 here and pulling in 4th place for A Crux. We're just waiting for Splen to get across that line and complete lap number 18. Wow, Fresh just finished lap 19, folks. I keep talking about this. We're seeing this pack. It's pulling itself apart. You're starting to see people sort of fall where they're going to be, and we are now in the back half of this race. So these folks are running out of time to catch up. These laps are not going to get any easier. They're just going to get more aggressive. Fatigue is going to be setting in. Hankin, you've talked about this really, really well in terms of hand cramping and sort of tired, and vision and night vision and I mean, you can see every time Fetical is racing, it's a ping, it's a ping, it's a ping. You know, have you done these endurance races? How long do you go before you really start feeling it in your hands?
Honestly, it all depends on the vehicle that you're using, right? We saw in the open division, some of the bigger ships, they're probably not death gripping their controllers, but some of these guys are edging that blackout line. So their hands are squeezing these controllers. Their hands are sweating, their eyes are, faces sweating. So this is where it's starting to affect them, right? 30 minutes straight of intense ship maneuvering control. This is where we're going to start seeing a lot of the fatigue, right? Their gas brakes are probably going to be the last few chances they have to kind of shake out their hands and get some of the lactic acid out and then get back into it.
Good point. Good point. That's another thing that they need to do while they're doing that refueling is just sort of move those extremities around, start to give some, some blood flow. Echo, we've talked about this a couple of times, and I want to give the audience a quick refresh. This is a community-driven track. This is something that you developed. We have now seen basically every ship type of the verse fly around this thing over the last 3 weeks for the Crux Cup. What did you have in mind when you built what we're now seeing people fly so quickly around?
So when I design racetracks for a competition like this, the racetracks have to be as safe as possible. The checkpoints have to be nice and obvious and easy to identify. And then I link all of those together. So we have the Norville 2.8 city rework. And as soon as I got my hands on it, I went and catalogued all of the buildings in the area and decided, this one's going to work well for a Crux Cup race, or maybe this one's going to work for a ship rally, our Super Dragon Tofu run. So I categorized them differently to how many ships we can put on there and through those checkpoints, or if they're small buildings or checkpoints, then maybe that's for a more challenging course like the Super Dragon Tofu run.
So the big surprise for me there is that when you designed this, we just got a ship destroyed from Lika again. Lika crashed between 4 and 5 here. So Lika down once more. So Echo, when you designed this, you intended for multiple types of ships to fly this. This wasn't just built for heavies. This wasn't just built for Mustangs. You designed this with a variety of ship classes in mind.
Yep, that is the spirit of the Crux Cup, to let you race your favorite ship, any ship that you can buy in-game or maybe have pledged for. I want to allow you to race that, and that is what we love to do at the Crux Cup with the Open GP race for all ships, or the ProGP to categorize the professional ones and give them a heated competition that we're seeing today.
Truly amazing. We do have to recognize, I was about to say that our top 3 finishers, or I'm sorry, our top 3 racers completed lap 20, but as I thought it, Fresh has already come in with lap 21. So we now have our top 10s are 4 laps apart from each other. If you look at number 1 and number 10, they are 4 laps apart. And we have and ironically it is, number 1 is a P52, number 10 is a P52. We're seeing what these Merlins can do. We also just got an update. Tint is moving up in the rankings. Tint had dropped to number 11. Tint is now number 6 and has completed 19 laps of this course.
And coming in with a new fastest lap time, 1:47:39 on lap 19, pushing him up to 6th place.
Yeah, unbelievable. He is really trying to make
get
up
out
for
of my top 3
previous
spot.
mess.
I'm coming.
Yep, yeah, he is fighting back on this one. Looks like we've got everybody. So, ladies and gentlemen, the entire course of 31 racers, everyone has completed at least 10 laps. Black Rice has got 10 under his belt. AC3 Nightmare's got 11 under his belt. Neojet with 13. So everybody is continuing to fight here, continuing to race and have a good time. And that's what we love to see, is that the positivity of the verse shines through in events like this, especially when put on by Anzia Racing. Everybody is here to have fun. Podiums are nice, but everyone is here to have fun. And we're seeing that as they continue to push forward, no matter where they're positioned on the track. I'm looking for, I just saw a note. Oh, no. Okay. That was Lika's crash. Got it. All right. Fantastic.
Right. It's so funny, like seeing these ships filter into their groups again, with the 52 leading We have 1, 2, 3, 4, basically 6 heralds together, and then the pack of heralds, and then pack of Mustangs. I'm sorry, the Racers, and then the pack of Mustangs here in the back.
Yeah. I'm really curious. Are we going to see a sub 144 time? Fresh has set the pace on this at 144.245. Are we going to see somebody just all at the end and just be like, I'm crushing that, and at least set us at least a new track lap time?
Look at Noble. Noble CIG. His lap number 2 was a minute 43 in a 350R.
Was it really?
I think he's got the fastest. Yeah, early on set a
Look
strong
at
pace.
Yes.
Look at that.
You are 100% correct, Hankin. 143.975. I apologize, Nobel. Congratulations. You did shave that 144 on lap number 2. Hankin, I'm glad you're paying attention. I'm over here just watching people go fast.
I'm trying.
Man, that is incredible. We now have... Yeah, so our top... Well, we've got our first 2 finishers of lap 22. It is Fresh and Data Machine. P52 followed by a Herald here. Tint just put up another fastest time for themselves. Tint is now at 146. Finished 20ing laps. Unbelievable. Just watching what these folks can do. Yeah, exactly.
You're seeing some of the best racing guys. And big names in the race community.
We got Jade Star Watcher, first time chatter. Welcome into the Twitch channel here for Anzia Racing, saying, go Bill Boy, go Playing Fox, go Black Star Racing. Where are we at? Let's take a look at Team I Hope Racing. I Hope Racing is represented by Lord Utan, currently completed 19 laps. Most recent lap was 2:12. And then also their teammate, Mr. Drapner, 19 laps completed as well. Their last lap was 2:08. They're currently sitting in 9th and 11th place in the AX2 class, which makes them, I believe, 3rd and 4th in AX2. Yeah, 3rd and 4th place in AX2. I'm sorry, 3rd and 5th place in AX2. Billboard
Utan right with a lot of fans in the chat.
Yeah, lots of Utan mentions. Let's take a look at we did just talk about Black Star Racing. Billboy has got Black Star Racing following Playing Fox. Playing Fox has completed 20 laps. Fastest lap time was 1:53. Very good for a Razor LX. Billboy also doing that, so they are very, very close to each other for Playing Fox and Billboy in Black Star Racing. Now, we also had our Open GP winners were from Sanguis Luna. They are represented today by Jacodin. Is it a one-person team? No, it's Fresh and Jacodin. So Jacodin has got a Razor LX in the AX2 class representing Sanguis. Oh, just moved up to 11th place.
We have an update here. Sorry, Riff Walker with another ship destroyed.
No.
72 and 23rd.
Yeah. So Rift Walker, that's going to be rough. You know, it depends. How many ships do they have?
Crash as well, and Utan crash.
Utan with the crash.
So many.
Alex
Utan with a crash.
Lap
Rift Walker with a crash. Rizzy with a crash. No, I'm sorry. Rizzy with a collision. Survived it. Data Machine collided with Black Rise. Ay. What is going on?
As I'm telling you, the racing fatigue is starting to get you.
Yeah.
You guys have been pushing their trolls, their ships, everything to the limit for basically the last 45 minutes.
Yep.
This is where we're going to start seeing the best of the best who can fight through, who can push out those last 15.
And we are 2/3 of the way through. I'm sorry, 3/4 of the way through this race. Fresh has just completed lap 24. I'm just amazed at what they're accomplishing here. Data Machine is still second place, even after the collision, still second place, completing lap 24 as well. It looks like Dude is going to be 3rd. We're just waiting for them to cross the line and knock that lap time out. But definitely 1st and 2nd place. Looks like they have drastically pulled ahead of the rest of the racers. Currently watching Fedicole's camera as they are in the impound area of Hurston Tower. Always a good time. We've got, So they've pulled out. Big boost all the way to the edge of the blackout like Hinken was talking about earlier. You've got to just keep running, and you just, to me, see, this is weird to me, is that you have to run basically 1 hour, turn to your right. You know, you have an hour of sideways vision, and it's just, I mean, at this point, the level of practice that these folks have put in is impressive, and they're used to it by now. But for me, I keep wanting to sort of puppy dog my head, just be like, what does this really look like? Right there.
Amazing turn through that checkpoint.
Yeah, very tight checkpoint turn. Nice little 90 degrees there. We're back on Oleg's camera. Making that. Oh, there we go. So now you can see the speed, everybody, of what it is taking for them to move around this track. Just, I mean, you know, it changes from daytime to nighttime. It's something that pilots have to get used to, is sometimes you're running where you know exactly where you're going and you've mapped everything out. You have to do the same thing with night. You've got to map everything out. What does it look like in the dark? What does it look like illuminated by neon lights? We have 11 minutes left,
anymore.
folks.
I gotta say, Data Machine taking that first place spot from Fresh on lap 25. Pushing Fresh down to second. We got Dude still in third.
Now, the good thing is, as these two battle it out for times, and they are absolutely crushing what they do, the good thing for both of them is that they're in separate classes. So we're not competing for a first and second. We're looking at first for their respective class. And I think that they're both doing an amazing job of showing us what they can do in the A-Crux class for Data Machine and the Herald. And then Fresh is taking that P52 in the AX2 class. This really is, you said it earlier, this is the best of racing. We are looking at the best ship pilots possible. There we go. Dude 3D just completed lap 25, and we are down to 11 minutes here for racing in Crux Cup 2954. There will be winners in 11 minutes. We are going to wrap this thing up, and we are going to have some champions for the year.
I'm gonna check for fastest. I think Noble right now does have the fastest time at 1:43 and might be holding the track record here.
I'm still, I just, you say 1:43, and I figure, is this a typo? Are we looking at a clock problem? No, it's 1:43. Unbelievable. So currently we've got second place for the A-Crux is Dude. Third place for the A-Crux class. So rounding out our top three in the A-Crux is Valter Epic. Valter was not in those top positions originally and quickly moved up there and has now held their own. Valter has been doing a great job holding in that third place for the A-Crux class. AX2 still dominated by Fresh, followed up by Playing Fox in a Razor LX, followed by Billboy, their teammate on Black Star Racing in a Razor LX as well. And then our AX3 class, I'm going to give you a quick update on these as we get into our last 10 minutes of the race here. AX3, where did you... There it is. AX3 is Gerbo the Gnome representing Banana Luna in a Mustang Gamma, followed by Smithy representing Omega Aerosports with a Mustang Omega. And then we've got Gerbo's teammate Dirk, also with Banana Luna in a Mustang Gamma. That is your top three right now for AX3 class.
Looking good. I think Gerbo's been leading his pack for the majority of the race here up till lap 19.
Yeah. Like I said, we had Gerbo and Dirk who were just sitting second and first the whole time. And then we started to get some shifts. And we know that there was a refueling issue. It doesn't look like it's impacted AX3 too dramatically. The AX3 class is doing fine. Again, basically sitting at the same top three, top four that we've had for a while now. So really good job.
Top three, that battle between Fresh, Dude, and Data Machine. Looks like Fresh took the first place spot on lap 26. Dude in third, and Data Machine down to third.
True. Wow. Yes. So there must have been a refuel because Data Machine's last lap time was 2 minutes and 47 seconds. But that means that refuel, the entire separation, going out into the pit, landing, refueling, taking off again, that means it only took them 1 minute to do.
That might be the last bit of fuel he needs for those final 10 minutes.
I would imagine. I mean, I think we saw our first refuel stop at 11 minutes. So I think we're going to be okay with this. If Data Machine can manage that fuel, probably won't need another one. But that does mean Are we going to see refuels from Fresh? Are we going to see refuels from Dude? If we do, where will these standings change? We don't know yet. Now see this, okay, so now as I'm looking at this leaderboard, previously we were saying that first and second place were right there with each other, few seconds apart. Fresh completed lap 27 30 seconds ago, and we still haven't seen Dude, so I think Dude may be refueling right now. This is going to be a tough finish. This is going to be really dependent on fuel management. This is going to be dependent on turns and boosts and altitude. This is going to be fractions of a second that may separate first and second place. There we go. Dude just completed. No, I had to be wrong. Dude just completed 27 laps, and their last lap time was 1:53. So it was a few seconds slower, but definitely not the 2 minutes I was expecting for a refuel. So Dude is right there in it. My goodness.
And they are leading the pack by a majority.
Yeah, no kidding.
Walter, Tent, and Splend now pushing up. Looks like Splend is lap behind Tent here.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to take a quick look at the standings for Sire Racing. Sire Racing is Logar, Wilco, and Neojet. Logar is currently 4th in the AX3 class, and Neojet is currently 6th in AX3. No, I take it back. Logar is in a Gamma, and Neojet is in an Omega. And wait a minute. In the AX3 class, Smithy has taken first place. Smithy is now in the lead of AX3, representing Omega Aerosports. Dirk and Gerbo are now sitting in second and third place, respectively. It looks like Dirk took a refuel lap. Dirk's last lap was 3 minutes 25 seconds, so definitely took that minute or so to refuel the ship here. But that gave Smithy a chance to pull ahead.
Yeah, I think they both went for gas.
Yeah, it looks like it may have been a team decision. We need Gerbo to clock in on lap 20. Once we see Gerbo's time on lap 20, I think we're going to know if it was a team refuel. Yeah, 100%
like Herbie's
correct.
saying there in chat. Everyone pushing on these final laps. Be careful. This is where hands are tired, eyes are tired. You know, adrenaline's been pumping for the last 53 minutes. You know, these guys are exhausted. This is where mistakes can happen and where leads turn to last place. Yeah,
exactly. You don't want to lose it because of a mistake. It's one thing to lose because, just getting out raced, but to lose for a mistake, it's something you never want to see. Ladies and gentlemen, we are 9 seconds away from the final 5 minutes of Crux Cup 2954. Champions are about to be named. Stay tuned. Start cheering your favorites because we are going to find out where they land in 5 minutes.
This is where they need it, guys.
Currently, okay. Yeah, I'm looking at
pushing
fresh
that Razor
data.
LX.
Yeah, the Razors have done a really nice job. Billboy is pushing that LX. Followed. See, Billboy and Playing Fox have been just constantly sticking with each other, doing a great job in those Razors. We haven't talked about Splen in a while. Splen is currently sitting in 6th place in the A-Crux class, racing those Heralds, of course. Fastest lap time was 1:47. I think they did suffer from the crash, though, because their last lap was 5 minutes and 52 seconds. So Splen had something that hung him up. We're going to have to get more details on that. But like I said, Splen currently sitting at 6th.
Splen recently returned back on the circuit. He was setting some crazy Star Citizen racing records. And I do believe I saw a post where he started training again to get him back up and going. So he's doing great.
Fantastic. Love to see that. And we all know, Splen is certainly a leader of the racing community here in Star Citizen. So always love to see them racing. Let's check in with the Turbor Corporation, represented by Fedicole, who is, again, a racer and a camera operator today. Turbor is represented by Fedicole along with Rizzy. I think they are the only two. Nope, I take it back. Also represented by Kolbasa and Just Moki. We know Just Moki has had crashes so far today. They've been struggling. Kolbasa's completed 19 laps. We've also got...
did have a collision.
That was a collision, yep.
Mm-hmm.
Fedical currently sitting in 7th place in the A Crux class. Who did I miss? Oh, and Rizzy sitting in 8th place in the A Crux class. That collision was... Who was that? Who did we see? Ooh, an unfortunate Nobel crashed again, and Mr. Drapener on lap 23 crashed at the second gate.
I guess we're up to 30 laps right now with Fresh in the lead. Data 29 and Do 3D with 28 laps. Final minutes here, guys. Things are about to get crazy.
Yeah, we are going to be seeing everybody. We're going to be seeing a white flag come out soon. Splend did a collision with another racer. Thank you very much, Noise Maze. I appreciate the update.
Looks like Smithy might be holding that AX3 lead there.
Yeah, I'm looking at the same. I'm wondering if that's going to hold.
You got to wonder how many of these are close to being out of fuel and are willing to risk the last few laps.
That's what I'm really wondering.
Hydrogen last, or will the timer expire?
Yeah, exactly. We are under 2 minutes, everybody. You got that white flag that's going to be rolling very, very soon. But it does look like that 1:43.90 whatever amazing time that. Where did that go? 1:40. I don't see it anywhere. Did somebody beat
1:44 from Fresh. Then I believe
there it is. There's
Noble. The 1:43.97.
Yeah, it looks like that's going to get held. Yeah, I think that's going to stick around. And I do love the fact, as an Origin fanboy, I do love the fact that that was done in a 350R. GG's for the coffee pot.
That extra weight.
Okay, we're getting close here. Back under the Hurston Tower here for Fedical. Look at that right there on the tail. There's Data Machine. Who else am I looking at right now? So for you guys right now, the stream is like this big on my screen because I have 5 other things to look at. But I can see Data. I can see Elvivon. I can see. There it is right there. We've got a white flag. We are in the final lap. Who I see? It looks like Whisper Staff. I'm like, Whisper's not racing. What are they doing? That's cheating. Yeah, there's Ghosty. We've got... Oh, there's AC3 right in front there, in front of Fedical. That's going to be in the Mustang classes. I believe AC3's in a Omega. No, a Gamma. Take it back. It's a Gamma. We now have at least 3 racers who have completed 30 laps on this track, folks. This is our final lap. Everybody is going to be completing, and we will see standings very, very soon.
I think it's about done here.
Yeah, I think we're going to be... We're picking our winners here. Burning through that finish line. Incredible. We have now completed an hour of racing, everybody. 2 of our racers have completed
laps.
Yep, 31 laps, exactly.
31 laps.
We're seeing more of these. Thankfully, also... Oh, back on... Okay, so on lap 18, Black Rise had another collision. Black Rise... ship destroyed again. I believe that makes 4 for Black Rise. 1,
That's
2,
what insurance is for.
3. Black Rise had a rough day, everybody. 4. I'm sorry. 5. 5 crashes for Black Rise. That is a very difficult day to have there in racing. And there's our finishes right there, folks.
Fresh with the 52. Let's go.
Wow.
Hold on a second. 143. I think on his 32nd lap, he might have beat the fastest lap time.
He did.
Did he steal it? 143.97?
He absolutely did.
143.556 on the 32nd lap. Fresh and the 52 stealing the fastest lap of the race.
By 0.4 of a second, Fresh has just taken the fastest lap time. And I'm also going to give recognition to Dude 3D, who on his 31st lap got his fastest lap time at 1:45. Unbelievable. An hour of racing and they're still performing.
Wow, dude,
Holy
fresh. I'm impressed with this racer. Shout out to everyone. Oh my goodness.
Okay, Henkin, we've got more to go. Billboy on their final lap completed their fastest lap time at 1:53. On Splend's final lap got his fastest lap time at 1:46. These people were grinding at the end. We thought this might happen, and it actually has.
Secret bottle of Nos. Everyone was saving it for the end.
Smithy did the same thing. 24 out of 24 laps. The 24th lap was his fastest at 2:16 in the Mustang Omega. They were pushing for the end, everybody. You just saw some of the greatest ship racing in all of Star Citizen. Lap times have been set. This is incredible performance. GG's to these racers for putting every drop of energy they had. The same just happened with Kolbasa from the Turbo Corporation. 21 out of 21 laps. Fastest lap time was just set at 2:15. Well done. They're pushing, everybody.
Good job, everybody. That final lap. I'm done. The stare.
Uton jumps into chat just to be like, I'm quitting. I'm out of here.
Oh,
unbelievable.
Man. I can't imagine how these guys are feeling right now.
Yeah. Okay, they are tabulating the final results. You can see them popping up on screen, everybody. We've got all of our placements that are getting set. We're going to get these final results out to you as soon as we get word from our wonderful co-host Echo Bit. She's going to let us know when things are ready. They're doing their final check. I know, right? Head pats. Head pats for the VTuber. It's okay. We are looking at
each class, man. This is nuts.
Yeah. Unbelievable times. Let's see, who else do we have as finished? We've got, I want to make sure we cover all of the different racing orgs here. We know Sanguis Luna has a significant representation. I believe they've got 4 racers today. They've got Fresh, they've got Jacoden, they've got, where's the rest of them? I know they're here. Maybe it's just the 2 in this particular race. Either way, we've got our
one last pack.
Yep. Okay. There we go. Okay, it looks like all of our race timers have verified the timings. So Echo, we're going to turn this over to you. If you would like to give the final results for Crux Cup Pro GP Class 2954, take it away.
Bay Crux in first place. We have XGR Blue completing 32 laps. Data Machine carried their team through that. Congratulations on your win today. This is the second time you've won A Crux. Be very proud of your results. Incredible achievement today. Second place, we've got Dude Racing, who has completed 31 laps. Piloted by Dude 3D. Outstanding effort. Very impressive to see you fly today. You are a veteran racer I have seen come to our Arena Commander competitions and now try Persistent Universe for the first time. It's amazing to see you perform today. Congrats on your second place. And third place, we've got Frontier Consolidated with 31 laps. Volta Epic and Tint in that team. Tint also a last year winner of A Crux as well. And Volta put the fastest time in qualifying, so congrats on your third placement here. Well deserved for all the practice you put into it. Followed by fourth place, Team Splin, fifth, Star Jaeger Racing Team, and sixth, Turbo Corporation. Outstanding effort, A Crux races. And then in AX2, our first place winner is Team Sanguis Luna with 32 laps. And in that team we've got Fresh 001 and Shadoken. Outstanding performance, Fresh. I have never seen a P52 go that fast before, so you really showed us what you can do with that ship. Well deserved win. Incredible performance today. In second place, we've got Black Star Racing with 29 laps. Dillboy and Playing Fox, also renowned and incredible races. Outstanding achievement today. Well done. And third place, La Fédération de Camelot with 27 laps. 11. Wow, you are a first in our competition, and this is how you perform. This is an incredible achievement. You should be very proud of your results today. And in fourth place, we've got POIE with 27 laps. And fifth place, I Hope Racing. Sixth place, Cloud Imperium Gamers. Seventh place, Star Citizens Layman's Guild. And eighth place, Nova Aluminum Falcons. Outstanding effort, everyone. Well done on surviving the endurance race and the Crux Cup. And then in AX3, we've got first place, Omega Aerosports with 24 laps, Sniffy P and AC3. Congratulations on your first place win, taking another championship win. That is 2 under your belt. I have watched you practice at Omega Aerosports. You guys did incredibly well. Well done. And second place, we've got Banana Lena with 24 laps. Dink and Gerbo in that team. Outstanding effort. The trades you guys did together in AX3 with those Mustangs. It was incredibly exciting to watch, and I know you put a lot of practice into this as well. Third place, we've got Sire Racing with 22 laps. With Lego Woko and Neojet. Also, every year, participating with their Mustangs. I know you guys worked really hard, so congrats on your third place today. And fourth place, Turbo Corporation. Congratulations to all the winners of the Crux Cup 2954.
Amazingly well done. Congratulations.
I have champagne
to everybody.
Spray it.
Well, I mean, you're a Drake fan, so you don't have champagne, you have Yoo-Hoo.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyways, but congratulations to all of our winners, whether you were drinking champagne or Yoo-Hoo, we congratulate you on what you did. The Heralds, the P-52s, the Mustangs, you guys did an amazing job. We loved doing the commentary for this. We are very, very excited to watch this happen again and again. And I want to take a quick minute before we start meeting some of our winners. I want to take a quick minute to recognize all of the support organizations that were involved in this, representing their game loops, representing their orgs. Big thanks to, I'm going to run through this list. Let's go through Altama Energy, La Fédération de Camelot, Southern Cross Alliance, Northfield Medical, FRCN Rapid, Delta Blue Aerospace, Nova Intergalactic, Nakatomi, the Ragtag Mercs, Nova, again, Vanguard. I feel like I'm missing security. Where's the rest of the security team?
Nova Intergalactic and White Lightning Solutions.
White Lightning, thank you. Yes, and White Lightning Solutions, along with Turbor. We appreciate everything that you guys have done. What most of you don't know out in chat is that there were security issues on today's race. Our security orgs were out there, let's just say, keeping the riffraff away. So big thanks to them for allowing this race to continue uninterrupted and giving us a great performance. Special event shout outs to the one and only, no, that is the wrong list. No, it's not. Special shout outs to our support teams on the back end of this, which included, where's our staff? There we go. Ravnak, Gentleman Jez, Commander Calabar, Prof Decoy, Noise Maze, Oleg Lime, Radel Demon Heart. No, we didn't get Confound today. We lost them, unfortunately. The Real Salem Frost, Zilius, Rice Guy, Kayla Star, of course, our own Echo. And then, did I say Noise Maze? Yes, I mentioned Noise Maze. Congratulations. So thank you to everybody who made this race possible. Echo, are we ready to talk to some of these winners?
I think so. We've got AX2 ready, so I'm going to pull them in. Fresh and Jedikin.
We are in the presence of greatness Unbelievable AX2 class winners. Thank you so much for what the amazing show that you put on today. Talk to us about what was it like racing today and how did you survive?
Yeah, so, it was really intense, and mostly because of the party maga soup and even some checkpoints is hard to see. So pretty intense.
Yep. Checkered, what was it like for you?
Yeah, pretty much the same. It was very intense. Constant panic around the checkpoints, especially when you're gonna get really close with the other racers. Just trying to keep it safe, but also trying to stay fast.
Fresh, we have to ask you a very specific question. You continually set fastest lap times, and we really thought that you might have been edged out on this one, but at the very last lap, you pushed every drop of hydrogen you had and setting a fastest lap time for today of 1 minute, 43 seconds, 0.556. What does that mean to you? What does that mean for today's race?
I don't think that's right, to be honest. I've never set a 53, so I have a 150 on my timer, so I'm not sure.
We're staring at a collection of sub 150 times. It looks like you've done an amazing job here today. Congratulations on what you did. AX2 class, in terms of where it stands in Crux Cup and the joy that you seem to have racing these ships. Do you plan on coming back next year racing the same class, or do you plan on switching ships?
Yeah, I'm coming back. I don't know if it's going to be the same class, but I'm definitely coming back. This was very fun. So.
Checkered, what was it like for you in terms of potentially returning? Same ship, different ship? What would you like to do for next year?
I mean, I'll definitely be returning. I love these kind of organized events. This was my first one at this scale. I'm quite relatively new to the racing scene, so this was fantastic. I'll definitely be coming back. Honestly, I love flying the Razor, so I'll probably stay in the AX2, but we'll see when we get there. I mean, Master Mode might change something, so we'll see.
Okay. Well, I do have to congratulate you both. And you do bring up a good point, which is that this is the largest Crux Cup to ever occur. This has been running since 2015, ladies and gentlemen. And this is the largest event with almost 400 racers and support staff involved. So congratulations on your times. Congratulations on your performance in the AX2 class. Thank you for being here. And go enjoy some very, very well-earned rest.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Do we have?
Oh, yeah, sorry, I can hear.
Okay, there.
I think this first fixing up.
We got Data Machine. We got the leader of the
hey
Crux.
How's it going?
Well, I mean, we didn't just have to race for an hour and set all these lap times and just crush speed records. So, talk to us about the race. What was it like for you? Challenges? What did it mean?
Coming off from last year where I had the unfortunate auto store where the ship got stored, but I didn't with the fuel bug. It feels really good to get back and have a good run. The start was great. I can't tell you how many close calls I had during this race where somebody, I didn't even have any perception of them. Also, you just see this flash of like 2 frames of a ship go across your screen.
Right.
My heart's still beating a little fast. I'm still a little shaky.
Okay.
The first pit, I kind of had a mess up. I probably lost about 30 seconds, but the rest of the race for me was pretty clean.
Yeah, definitely. Talk to us about when it comes to your approach to this racing. Obviously, you're not a rookie at this. You've been doing this for a while. You've had some great race performances, and today was no exception to that. What does it mean for you as a racer when you get into events like this in terms of, your performance, personal bests? Is that what you're striving for on these tracks, or are you just looking to win?
That's an interesting question. Winning is great. I love winning, but it's really the competition that for me and a lot of people in XGR and just racing in general will tell you, time trials are fun, but when you're on a line lined up with other racers and you realize it's about to get real and you're putting yourself with them and you're going on the track, the adrenaline rush, win or lose, is something that you really don't get. And that to me is probably the most fun, but winning is a close second.
Sounds good. That's a very fair answer. And then finally, because you did just take the championship in the A-Crux class. What advice would you give to somebody who is thinking about starting racing? What should they do first?
First thing, well, I mean, if you're really interested in racing, I would recommend just jumping in. Go to XGR, join some of the community races, join some of these races. Really, if you think that you're not good enough, I mean, don't worry about it. All of us started at that point somewhere. The best thing you can do is just get involved and ask questions in NZA Discord, the XGR Discord, and there's tons and tons of people that would be willing to help you with anything.
Absolutely correct. And that brings up a great point. For those of you that are new to the Star Citizen universe, this is one of the most positive and welcoming communities that you will find in anywhere on gaming, PC or console. It doesn't matter. If you have questions about racing or Star Citizen in general, you are always welcome to ask, and you will find the citizens who are willing to give you the answers. Data Machine, congratulations on your win today. Thank you so much for hanging out with us for just a few minutes. Go enjoy some rest.
All right, thanks. Big shout out to Echo and everybody at NZA. I know you guys have been up for a long time, so take a nice long rest and a happy Easter.
Well said. Well said.
Yeah, you too, Data.
Well,
Hello.
apparently we just let anybody into this channel. I guess we're going to talk to Smithy and AC3 now. Congratulations, folks. Well done.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Oh, I can hear them.
Oh, good.
Oh, you can hear. Okay, well, good. You're hearing these two. Poor Henkin has had audio issues with these interviews for the entire day.
Oh, random.
Yeah, it's
I've
just
been
completely
enjoying watching
random.
the smiling and nodding. It's been great.
Thank you. Yeah.
I mean, in terms of smiling and nodding, Henkin is a pro.
Yeah. First
But
class,
let's talk to you
first
guys
class.
about your race performance. Omega Aerosports, you pulled out a first place win here in the AX3 classes. You've got your Mustangs. I'll start with Smithy, since you walked away with that first place finish and really just crushed that last lap of yours. Talk to us about the race. How did you do? I'm really curious. Fuel management at the end. What was your decision there, and how empty were you?
So I was at just under 25%, and the Mustangs have been having this really interesting bug with the fuel scoop, where sometimes the fuel scoop works and you can get like 13 laps, and sometimes the fuel scoop doesn't work and you can get 8 laps. At least that's been my experience. And I was like, okay, it's gonna be white flag soon. I'm just gonna need some fuel, just to make sure I don't gas out on checker flag. Like,
Yep.
That
Makes
was
sense.
the thought.
AC3, your race experience today. Talk about it. What were some of the challenges? Where is it that you found some great successes for yourself?
I mean, the big challenge for me was just that the soup of names. There was just so many names in the way of everything that I was trying to do.
Yep.
And last year when I raced the Crux Cup, we were so much more spread out that didn't come up as an issue like it did on this track.
Okay. You did have a couple of ship destructions, as I recall. What did that mean for your performance in terms of, like, what was the reclaim time like? Were you able to pull these things quickly, back together and get back out on the track?
So I do have a backup ship. So I have 2 Gammas. So reclaim times and getting back down was not too big of a deal. Based on my practice runs, I lost 3 laps because of those 2 destructions.
Okay. But it sounds like you were properly prepared for recovery, and it served you well today.
Yeah, we've practiced exploding a few times.
Unplanned
Yeah,
assembly,
yeah,
right? Is what they call that.
The amount of Mustang parts
right.
littered across Lorville.
That's for the vultures.
Yeah. And that's the great thing is you can go find one of those industrial orgs like Happy Haulers, free, shameless plug, and we will go clean up those messes for you. Smithy, in terms of your approach to Omega and how you bring these teams together, what do events like this offer as an opportunity? How does that work for a racing org?
So, Omega Aerosports is more of like a social racing club. We do like a weekly track night every Thursday night. So anybody's down, everybody's willing. Sorry, I've been racing for an hour.
You have.
Everybody's welcome to come. Doesn't matter your skill level, doesn't matter your ship, whatever you want to fly, come. We'll hang out. A lot of the front runners of this race were our regulars to track night. We've been practicing pretty much solid since was
second
this?
week of January, I think.
Yeah.
We've been on Crux Cup or on Gold Dust
Good.
every week.
No, it was after Winter Festival. After Winter Festival was Crux Cup back to season for sure.
But that's a good reminder, everybody, is if, like I said, if you are interested in racing, there's plenty of orgs that will run these laps with you. They will teach you what you need to know about ship mechanics and how to fly these things. So I really appreciate it for Omega. Congratulations on your win. You guys are a great representation of the racing community here in Star Citizen. Go enjoy some rest.
Thank you, thank you.
Well deserved, guys. Well deserved.
I just want to
Thank
say
you.
thanks that everybody did a great job today. We all came out and had a great time, and nobody should feel bad about how they finished. Everyone did a great job today.
Very true. Thanks, guys. Henkin, Echo, we did it. We made it through Crux Cup 2954. Thank you so much for the fun. This was my first time. I had a great time with both of you.
You guys have been amazing. A special shout out, PJ. You've been taking over. You've been doing awesome. Again, I want to do a special shout out for Echo, putting all this together, all the overlays. This has been amazing. It looks so professional.
Thank you to
I had a
everybody
blast
who
today.
brought this together. This was so much fun. Congratulations to all of our racers, regardless of your finish. You showed what racing in Star Citizen can be. You showed what the positivity of the verse can do. And I want to thank you for the show that you have put on for the last many weeks. I have been here now for 3 weeks, and it has been an absolute blast for me. And I've loved meeting so many of you in the racing community that I hadn't already known. So I think we can close it out here, Echo. We are wrapping up. We are just about done, and all of our winners have been crowned. They will be getting their ships soon. So on behalf of Henkin SC, Echo Bits, Anzia Racing, and everyone who brought this event together, thank you so much for watching Crux Cup 2954. Go enjoy your weekend.
Thank you everyone for supporting community racing. Please have a lovely rest of the year, and if you want to support more racing, answerracing.com to see all of our schedule and future races coming up. Hope to see you there. Love you all very
Don't forget,
much.
Exhibition merch.
Thank you, and goodbye, Star Citizens.
Come and set me free. Come and set me free. Give me what I need. Come and set me free. Give me what I need. Come and set me free.